Adelaide, Australia. December 1st, 1948. At 6:30 a.m., the morning sun revealed a man lying on the sand of Somerton Beach. He wasn't a traveler, he wasn't a local, and he certainly wasn't a common vagrant. He was well-dressed, wearing a suit, a tie, and polished shoes. He looked as if he was simply resting against the sea wall, but he was dead. Police were baffled. He had no wallet, no ID, and most chillingly, every single label from his clothing had been meticulously cut away. Even the labels on his spare clothes found later in a suitcase at the train station were gone. This wasn't a mistake. This was a professional attempt to erase an identity. To the FBI and international agencies today, this is the classic ghost protocol used by spies. When the coroners opened his body, they expected a heart attack or a stroke. Instead, they found something that defied science. His spleen was 3 times the normal size. There was blood in his stomach. Everything pointed to poisoning. But here's the kicker. Toxicologists tested for every known poison in 1948, and they found nothing. The leading theory? He was killed by a rare, fast-acting toxin that disappears from the blood within minutes. A perfect murder. But who had access to such chemicals in the late 40s? Only governments. Only intelligence agencies. The Somerton Man wasn't just a victim. He was a target. 6 months passed. The case was turning ice cold until a tiny, hidden pocket was discovered in his trousers. Inside was a scrap of paper with the words, "Tamam Shud." This wasn't just a note. It was a leaf torn from a very specific edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Detectives searched the entire country for that book. Finally, a man came forward. He found a book on the floor of his car, which had been parked near the beach. When the police examined the back of the book, they found 2 things that would haunt them for decades. First, a local phone number. Second, 5 lines of letters that looked like a secret military code. For 70 years, world-class code breakers tried to crack it. They all failed. The code remains one of the world's greatest unbreakable enigmas. The phone number led to a nurse named Jessica Thompson, known as Jestin. She lived just a stone's throw from where the body was found. When the police showed her a plaster cast of the dead man's face, witnesses say she looked like she was about to faint. She looked at the floor and refused to identify him. She took her secrets to the grave. But decades later, her daughter revealed that Jessica might have been a spy herself. She spoke fluent Russian and was highly secretive. Even more shocking, Jessica had a son, Robin, who shared the same rare physical traits as the Somerton Man. Specific ear shapes and teeth abnormalities. Was the Somerton Man in Adelaide to see his secret family? Or was he there to deliver a message that cost him his life? Fast forward to the modern era. Using advanced DNA sequencing, the same technology used to catch the Golden State Killer, Professor Abbott of Adelaide University finally gave the world a name. Carl Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. But a name doesn't mean the mystery is solved. If he was just an engineer, why the code? Why the missing labels? Why the undetectable poison? We discovered that Carl Webb had a history of disappearing and a fascination with electronics and radio, the primary tools of a spy in the 1940s. Some believe Carl was a sleeper agent whose time had run out. The Somerton Man now has a name, but his story remains written in shadows. He died alone, on a cold beach, carrying secrets that changed history. Whether he was a spy or a heartbroken man, he achieved a strange kind of immortality. What do you think? Was Carl Webb a secret agent or a tragic lover? Leave your theories in the comments below. This is Unresolved Truths. If you want more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries, subscribe now. Justice is slow, but the truth The truth is out there,